VVPATs will be used with EVM at all polling stations in this election. Adequate number of both have been made available for smooth conduct of elections. The ballot units already reached the destination as per requirement, 23.3 lakhs. The control unit, 16.35 lakhs, and VVPATs, 17.4 lakhs. This also includes, by the way, reserve units, because as per the SOP, for example, if the control unit starts malfunctioning, then entire thing is changed. But if the VVPAT stops malfunctions, VVPAT is changed, something like that. And these are details. So accordingly, the requirement as well as the reserves have been worked out. The Commission has specified elaborate standard operating procedures for EVMs and VVPATs, including FLC, mock poll, two-stage randomization, mandatory VVPAT slip count in one randomly selected polling station per assembly segment. There are very stringent security and administrative protocols related to the machines, including their storage movement, usage as well as handling reserve and VVPATs. In fact, after these 4 or 5 anecdotal incidents of the last 5 poll-gone states, new fresh SOPs have been issued for making the last mile transportation even of the reserve EVMs very, very stringent and rigid, including the putting of monitoring by GPS, etc. The Commission has laid a lot of emphasis on widespread demonstration and awareness activities at the assembly as well as booth level in order to familiarize as many voters as possible with EVM and VVPATs. Consequent on the schedule of announcement of general elections through the press note, the MCC for the guidance of political parties and candidates comes into effect from today itself in the entire country. The Commission calls upon political parties and candidates to strictly adhere to the same. Elaborate arrangements have been made to ensure effective implementation of the MCC, and any violation, repeat, any violation will be dealt with in the strictest manner. All the candidates are required to file an affidavit in Form 26 along with their nomination papers, which includes information on their criminal antecedents, if any, assets, liabilities, and educational qualifications. As all of you are aware, recently all the proposals of the Commission regarding the expansion of and revealing more information, including of HUF, was accepted by Ministry of Law, and accordingly the Form 26 has been already revised and circulated all over. This format was amended on 26 February 2019. Non-filling of this affidavit in the prescribed format, which also now includes giving you a PAN number, if you have, will result in rejection of nomination paper. Candidates with criminal antecedents would be required to furnish information in this regard in the local newspapers and TV channels on 3 occasions during campaign period. Elaborate arrangements have been made to ensure peaceful conduct of elections. In order to curb noise pollution and prevent disturbance to the people at large, usage of loudspeakers is prohibited at night between 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. No loudspeakers permitted at all during the period of 48 hours ending with the hour fixed for conclusion of poll in the polling area. Commission has also directed political parties, candidates, agents to desist from using environmentally hazardous publicity materials and promote usage of eco-friendly substances for preparation of election campaign material. This is a new effort by the Commission, but this is kind of appeal to everybody to use this.